All right. It's looking good. Damn alerts. Let's just test this real quick. Alright, so here we are in Mario Kart. Looking good. Never played this before, so let's just get started and see what this game is made out of. Guess we'll just go all standard. Interesting. The cones increase traction or something, right? I'm not even sure. I haven't played a Mario Kart game in like, man, probably over 8 or 9 years. Nice coins. Oh, and the coins don't do anything past 10, right? Hey Jay, how's it going? Yep. You got it. Buy you one. Number 1, first race ever. Let's switch up the controls. Yeah, all my Twitch money from all my viewers. One day, I'll have giveaways and stuff. Well, I haven't played a Mario Kart game really since Nintendo 64, so it's been a very long time. It's not my typical game, that's true. But I got a Switch and my girlfriend got this for the holidays. So here I am trying it out. I'm not totally heartless. I can play, you know, lighthearted games. It's not all about blood and guts. Sonic R-Stars. Sounds like a cheap knockoff. Crash Team Racing. I'm not really familiar with that one. For the win! I'm the greatest! And my other reason for playing this, I'm curious of the game, of course, but also just changing up from my normal Twitch game rotation, which I'm not getting a lot of views with my normal games, you know. So just change it up, get in a different genre, maybe a different market, and play another game that I'm interested in. Hopefully we'll have fun playing. I hate Rust. I dislike Rust for a lot of reasons, and every day I remind Will of those reasons while I'm at work and bored. Such as, I understand it's a PvP game, but it seems like when most of the PvP is done, when other people are offline, it's not really, you're not even fighting other people, it's just you against a base with no one in the base. And I find that to be a very strange version of PvP, you know. When I fight other people, I want those people to be there fighting me, you know. And sure, we'll explain that there are systems or some servers that are like you know, they encourage people to be online for raiding. Yeah. I mean, raiding is in effect PvP. I don't see how you can draw the line between the two. Right, you're fighting another, you're fighting to take another person's stuff against something that they've set up. But the base is so stagnant, it's just you versus these steel walls and steel doors, you know? I guess. But like, does the base fight back? I don't think so. There's no traps or anything, are there? There's no bots or, you know, guard dogs or, you know, anything like that. It's not like you're fighting like a system of creatures, is it? Well, I've never seen it. Well, even so, a static turret? Like, I want to fight like an android then. Like, do they have androids that are people that are going to dance around and behave like, you know, fighting a humanoid target? I mean, other than that, it sounds pretty freaking boring to me. And what I want to see are very intense first-person shooter PvP elements. Yeah, it mainly just seems to me like the game's just missing so many features. Yeah, I mean, raiding, it just seems like, sure, you're fighting against another person's defenses, but yet it's not the main focus. You know, it just seems so bizarre to me. That the point is just to fight a boring base with no one there. And you're encouraged to do that because, yeah, when it becomes super hard when there are players. You know, so it's like the game is guiding you towards a more boring version of itself, you know, to avoid conflict with the other players. I don't agree with that. When I take someone's hard-earned stuff, I want to beat them in a game of skill up front, you know. And not just because they didn't happen to be online for a day or two. I have Mario Galaxy, Mario and Rabbids. I think just those two and this one. So yeah, I got 3 games. I don't know what the cost was. Just a little carrying case. You know, I got the Mario Odyssey holiday bundle, so it came with a case. Check the price that I bought from. $379 for the Switch and Mario Odyssey. Yeah, it's pretty fun. I could see the multiplayer being a lot more fun. I mean, the basic AI is kinda, you know, meh. Yeah, I don't really have anyone to play local with. Yeah, I enjoyed, yeah, local games, but really the early internet shooters are what I miss the most with my old high school friends. Yeah, we've played on, well, we brought it to Japan and stuff, so we had it on the airplane, so it's pretty nice. Right, yeah, I think I remember you being relatively inexperienced with that. First of my internet game was Counter-Strike in the 4th grade, so that would have been that would have been 1997. Yeah, games like Counter-Strike and StarCraft. Yeah, I didn't have internet on the console until Xbox 360 in college. Just got a 360, huh? No, I don't think you told me. You playing like a big backlog of games? Like 10 years of games on that. Discord. Jeez.
Yo.
Yo.
Yeah, I got the 360 because I wanted to get a NCAA 14 football game. And that's the last version. Oh shit, I gotta mute this. Yeah, I had to mute Twitch. Yeah, I got it for free. GameStop was doing some deal where you could buy now and they give you that mail and rebate, so it's free.
What other games are you gonna play on it?
That's it. I got it just for fun. Any other game I can basically get on PC, so why not? I would rather play on PC.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, maybe Red Dead Redemption. That's about it. Yeah, Mario Kart 8 is $60. You know how much you paid?
Yeah, Mario Kart was a gift, but I assume it's how much it was.
I'm just too cheap for fucking console gaming.
Yeah.
I can't, like, I really want to Switch just because, you know, like I said, I want to be able to, like, take it with me, you know, play with my cousins or whatever. So I'm guessing they're not gonna make any more DSs. Right?
I think they did say that they're still supporting DSs.
Well, they're still supporting it, but I'm saying they're not gonna make new ones. It doesn't make sense to me. I mean, I guess the 2DS kind of makes sense, right? Because it's like a cheaper thing. But the 3DS, it doesn't make sense. Like, why would I buy a 3DS when I could just have a Switch?
I think they're still putting out a couple new games for it. But yeah, they will, I anticipate switching fully to the Switch development.
It's so great. I love the Switch. I mean, I've never even played it, and I love this.
I actually don't even play that much. I've probably only played like maybe less than 12 hours total.
Well, why'd you even get it? Do you not enjoy it?
Yeah, so my girlfriend can play it. And I thought I was going to play a lot more, but then, you know, been playing a lot of PUBG over everything. So, like the Super Mario Odyssey, I only have like 2 hours played. Mario vs. Rabbids, I only have like 2 hours played.
I think I would focus on multiplayer games like Mario Kart or Splatoon or something like that.
Yeah, I do want to buy some Splatoon and try it out, but I was afraid I'd just get into the same thing of not playing it and spending $60. So yeah, pretty fun, lighthearted, low stress, drive around in circles. Pretty inventive tracks.
What did you say?
It's a pretty inventive tracks, though I haven't played Mario Kart past 64, so maybe this is all run-of-the-mill stuff. You know, lots of ups and downs and
yeah, I think it is.
twists and turns.
There's been a lot of change since then. Because, you know, Sonic All-Stars Racing Transform is the same thing, you know, water, air, and depending on what you do. That's why it's called Transform. Switches and stuff. Are there like boat physics?
I can't really tell how the physics are different in underwater.
Because they're significantly different from like between land and water. It's been a while since I played it. I wouldn't say it's a perfect port because it's originally from Xbox. It's a decent port. It's still fun. Oh, so Crash Team Racing versus Final 64. It was basically the same thing. Right?
Uh-huh.
A bunch of players, you know, a bunch of tracks. The difference that I distinctly remember was this power-up. So you could get weapons, right? And each weapon had two different strengths. It had the normal strength and it had like the max strength. To get you know how you're collecting points? You had to collect fruit that was on the track. Once you got to 10 fruit, you could have a max, like whatever weapon you got would now be max, right?
Okay.
If I recall correctly, so it's like you couldn't automatically get like, for let's say the equivalent of 3 red shells. You had to have 10 of those fruit before you could get them.
I see. Yeah. Interesting.
Otherwise, you would just get 1.
Yeah, aside from kart games,
you would lose
like
fruit every time you would get hit by something.
Yeah, like Sonic or Crash or Mario Kart, I'm not big into any sort of realistic racing game.
Like simulation style?
Yeah.
No, it can be fun. It's whatever. They both have their place.
Yeah, I just don't care about cars. Like tuning cars or changing cars or like really realistic car graphics, you know?
Yeah, see, so like here, you're on water. Are the graphics or the physics?
It feels, yeah, about the same. Yeah, I mean, the gliding is super floaty, of course, but yeah, on the water, I don't really feel anything different.
Yeah, like I know at least in Sonic when I played it, it's been a while since I played it, when you're on water, you know, it does there's a lot more drifting, you know, when you turn.
Yeah.
What do coins get you in here?
I think better traction, maybe? Better turning? And it maxes out at 10. And I think that's about it.
Yeah, that coin thing is definitely from Crash Team Racing. Because I know Mario Kart 64 didn't have it.
Mario 1, or Mario Kart 1 had coins, the first one.
Oh, it did?
Yeah, then they took them out for 64. And I think they added them in maybe the Wii Mario Kart. Yeah.
GameCube was the one where you always race with 2 players, right? Like
no, I think that was the Wii had double dash, maybe. Oh, maybe it was GameCube. See, I don't know, because I didn't have a GameCube, so that era is completely on for me.
I didn't have the GameCube. I didn't have any. I've never owned a Nintendo system except for Game Boy Color and Game Boy Advance. Have you ever played the Game Boy? No.
Yeah, I had the original Game Boy. Never got an Advance, though.
You played Pokemon or anything?
Yeah.
This Pokemon that you played?
I played Gold and No,
yeah, I played
blue. Gold and blue. That's
yellow and silver. That's actually why I stopped playing Pokemon Go.
I never played Pokemon Go.
I mean, I enjoyed it. It was fun to just, you know, pass time. Not particularly, like, difficult. I just don't like it that they've already released more than 2 gens. If there was an option to be like, only show me Gen 1 and Gen 2, or whatever gen you like most, like, don't show me all the other ones.
But wasn't the game boring, just having the same ones?
Well, no, I mean, I wanted to play so I could collect all of them, right?
Yeah.
But once you start showing all these Pokemon that I don't want to collect, that's when I lost interest.
Yeah.
Like, I would consider the other gens once I had maxed out, you know, the other Pokedex. Would you rather play this, or would you rather play 64?
This is a lot more feature rich. I mean, there's also unlocks I'm kind of curious about, and the different wheel stuff. I mean, 64 is a lot of nostalgia because I used to just play that by myself all the time.
The Switch is perfect for Beer Your Part.
I've only played Beer Car like 4 or 5 times.
Really?
Yeah.
You don't enjoy it?
It's okay.
I love it.
It's okay, I guess. Yeah, there are a lot of maps. Wow. Yeah, Beer Kart's
I think that's
okay.
pretty standard.
Back when it was super popular with everyone, I never really played it. First time I played Beer Karts when I lived with Will.
Yeah.
I was always occupied. Otherwise,
Is it particularly difficult to play Mario Kart with one controller?
I'm still using the 2 controller thing, so I don't know about the multiplayer, how it becomes one single baby controller. I'm not sure how that's gonna feel.
I think it's much harder to get established on Twitch than it is on YouTube.
Yeah, I'm starting to get that feeling, but it seems like the monetization on Twitch is a lot higher.
Yeah, it definitely is, I would say. Especially now, like, YouTube changed their rules.
Yeah.
Well, I think, like even Adam, he's got like maybe 2 followers on Twitch, but like all the other like 400 some subscribers he's got on YouTube.
Yeah. Yeah, I would have to learn how to do video editing and all that, so...
Oh no, so he doesn't, he just does what you're doing. Maybe like every once a month he'll edit like a compilation or something.
Oh, he just streams to YouTube, you mean?
Yeah.
Huh. Well, I'm streaming to YouTube right now also.
Okay.
I'm on YouTube, Twitch, of course, and Mixer. Right? Yeah, I just set it up like a month ago. So it's just a couple extra steps.
That's all he does is just regular streaming.
Yeah.
And then he'll upload it afterwards, but that's it. The 2-hour, 3-hour clips or videos.
Yeah, I haven't done that. I guess I could do the extra step of just uploading the raw stream.
Yeah, I don't see why not. Doesn't cost you anything.
Yeah. So, yeah. Yeah. Twitch. I'm just in the Twitch grind.
How many subs you got?
I don't even have a sub button.
Or, you know,
followers? I don't know, like 20 maybe? I think it says on my profile.
Oh yeah, 18.
18? Yeah. So yep, just grinding away. Just hoping for that big break for a couple people. So I was playing a lot of not really popular games too. Or games that are too popular, like PUBG.
So this looks like you coast, like you're in air and water for very short periods of time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because in Sonic, it's like significant portions of the track will be all water or all air. You know, like third or half of the track.
Yeah, the air just looks like a pure gliding thing. Well, here's a water level. Let's see how it feels in water. This looks like it's all water, maybe.
Yeah, there it is.
So maybe the more advanced levels really amp up the water.
I guess we'll see. But it's also like a submarine, so it's basically just regular driving from underwater. That's what it looks like.
Yeah, because before I had those weird hover wheels.
Yeah, this just looks like driving underwater.
Yeah, that's what it feels like. So I changed up my kart type in my wheels, so I don't know if the change in handling is just from a different character, you know?
Yeah, but I mean, like, this is still definitely driving, not building.
Whoa, snake.
See, now, like, in this instance right here, is there extra drift? Or does it just look like drift?
I think when my wheels go sideways into hover mode, it feels like there's some extra drift, yeah.
If you enjoy this, you'll definitely try it for Sonic. I think it usually goes on sale for like $5 or $7 on Steam sales.
So aside from Rust, what other games have you been playing?
That's about it. That and PUBG.
Game name better?
Nope.
No. Why not?
I don't know. I mean, not play consistently with. What do I want to tell you? My brain isn't learning quickly.
Yeah, prioritize that.
No thanks. I play video games for enjoyment, not work. I'm a filthy cannibal. That portion right there that you just drove through reminds me of like, I don't know, some random Chuck E. Cheese like coin game, I guess.
I've only been to Chuck E. Cheese like 3 times.
Oh my god. What a shit childhood you had.
Number 1. Eat those damn AI characters. Hop on Twitch and see who else is streaming Mario Kart. I don't even know how popular.
10 seconds, and who are you? He knows there's a window.
I don't know how popular this is. Oh, there's 1,000 viewers. The top person has 900, so there you go. It's down from there.
Well, yeah, like I know with Adam, if you just like type in Rust into YouTube, he's like the 4th channel that comes up.
Really?
Oh, yeah, that's why he's getting so many like subscribers over time. That's what I remember. I'll check right now.
Yeah.
YouTube. And this is like other people are saying it, so it's not just me because I'm subscribed to him. Alright, so I typed in Rust. Oh,
like just Rust streams or Rust in general?
I don't remember. I remember just typing Rust. Yeah, I don't see him anymore in the top. Maybe they removed him.
Or is it only when he's live? Because I heard it does prioritize live stuff live streams if you search for something that live stream happens to be doing.
Yeah,
that's what I heard.
Maybe. Oh, there it is. Okay, so I typed in Rust stream. He's on the first page. He's not in the top 5.
Yeah.
He's on the first page.
Huh. That's pretty interesting. Yeah, aside from PUBG, my other big game that I've been playing was Dreadnought, which has a tiny viewer base. That's the spaceship game.
Yeah, yeah.
Absolutely tiny. And I got maybe 4 or 5 followers from that, but with just such a small player base, it's always like near the bottom on Twitch's game list. So it's so hard to get discovered on that. Just because no one's even paying attention to that game. But I've been streaming that pretty consistently with what I would think is decent content. You know, I'm talking the whole time and, you know, describing my game actions. Yeah.
Because you're Asian.
Could be. It could all be racist.
I don't think it's like outright racist. Just not accustomed to watching, you know, because I mean, like, look at our TV, right? How many leading Asian male actors that aren't just feminine?
So you're saying I should turn off my face cam so no one knows I'm Asian?
Not necessarily. I'm just saying that could be a reason why. I don't know. I'm just speculating. Remember Tourette's guy?
Tourette's guy? Not really.
Oh, you never saw those? One was original, like 2005, 2007.
That really chubby guy?
Yeah, and he just curses a lot because he's got Tourette's, allegedly.
Yeah. Thought that was just a character.
His website doesn't exist anymore. Oh, he lived in Columbus, Ohio. I didn't know that. Well, his website allegedly mentioned that he has Tourette's syndrome.
Yeah.
They've never, like, given any medical to
11, 12, 13, 14. 15 people are streaming Mario Kart. The top person has 900 viewers. So at least it's only one page of people. But still.
Well, at least you're not at the bottom.
Well, that's because you're watching. Which I appreciate. But, yeah, I've been watching, like, Twitch tip videos, you know, stuff like that. It's always interesting. A bunch of tips are just, you know, common sense stuff that I already know. And common marketing stuff. Like internet marketing stuff that I already know because I did a ton of research back when I did my mini podcast that lasted like 14 episodes, you know. So I learned a lot about
what happened to
content creation. Jaws didn't want to do it anymore, and I started my new job and kind of lost a lot of time. And then we just fell off it and never got back on it, you know. Because I had just started my new job, so I was working like, you know, 55 hours a week, you know. But yeah, I learned a lot about, you know, trying to do internet, you know, content creator marketing from that. And some of it still applies to podcast stuff, or not to Twitch stuff. I just don't have any, you know, it's like do a call to action, you know, try and get people engaged. You know, that's all fine, but I have no one to get engaged, you know, at all. I'm just talking to nobody, you know. Like I'll have giveaways and, you know, ask questions to the chat and, you know, talk to people, and but I just have no one to do that with, you know.
Yeah.
So it's kind of an awkward starting off point.
I think when someone shows up, you gotta have enthusiasm.
Yeah.
You can't be like normal, kind of talk. gotta be like, hey guys, blah 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 blah. I mean, you know, it can be a little fake and annoying.
The thing is, the viewer count thing doesn't update fast enough, so you never know. You know, someone could be watching right now, and I won't know until they've already left. You know, so like when I'm playing Dreadnought, I'm at least talking the entire time. So I've had some decent streams where I'm just talking for like 5 hours straight to nobody. You know, I'm hardly ever just sitting there silent. You know, waiting. So I am like doing stuff just to nobody. You know. So like trying to be enthusiastic. Now when you waved, maybe I'll try and win again. I just hit A and click past it.
Clearly, it's just dormant Nazis at Nintendo.
Yeah, between YouTube and Twitch, I definitely see Twitch being more money, I think. Cause with the recent thing where people saying 1 million views is like $300, you know, on a video.
Yeah, that's really shit, honestly.
Yeah, like I'll be lucky to get 1 million views on 1 million videos. You know, 1 viewer per video.
Yeah.
So, aside from making best of clips or, you know, compilations, I don't see a lot of use in YouTube videos. You know,
I don't see a lot of Adam's.
Because yeah, the amount of work for video editing is going to be huge.
But it is interesting. We have met some really cool people from it. You know, we'll meet like 1 or 2 cool people, and then like 5 just assholes.
I mean, people can be assholes. Are you playing with them, or are they just following and commenting? You know,
both depends. Like so usually they're just following, but like every now, like just last weekend, Adam did like a subscriber event.
Yeah, I saw the post talking about it.
Just playing with anyone who wanted to play could join.
Yeah.
And he just got fed up with it. It was just constantly like one after the other. Hey Adam, or you know, hey Bengals, you want to do this? Do this? He just got frustrated.
See, yeah, that's that is really interesting. Because yeah, really big streamers have to limit the amount of, you know, user interaction. You know, they can't just always be playing with viewers. You know.
Yeah.
But to get
to
there,
them, they see him as a streamer. They don't see him as like
as a
dude.
person. Exactly.
Yeah.
Like people in a lot of streaming, in like the rules, they would say, don't ask, you know, I won't be able to play with viewers unless special events. You know, don't ask to, you know, friend me on this. Don't ask to friend me on that. You know.
Yep.
And yeah, it's tough. And
I mean, initially with his first few viewers, he was basically giving everyone admin privileges to his Discord.
Yeah, Will told me about that.
Yeah, Will came in and like fixed it. So now it's just me, Will, and basically anyone IRL here. Me, Will, Josh, maybe Tate.
Yeah.
Tate now.
Yeah, I've played Dreadnought with a couple of my viewers.
Yeah.
It's actually been pretty fun.
I think you kind of have to when
when
you still have very little.
Yeah, I can empathize with, you know, tons of random assholes.
Well, the thing is, they're kids, right? And like they're just constantly bugging. Like, I remember a couple weeks ago, Adam specifically said, "I have stuff to do IRL today." Something related to his apartment, right? He's like, "When I'm free, I'll get on." And then like this kid kept like asking, like, "All right, hey Bengals, are you free yet? Can you play?" And he's like, "Nah, still doing this." And then like literally like 10 minutes later, like Adam would be like, "All right, maybe in like 30 minutes," and he would like down to the minute. He'd be like, "Oh, okay, for 30 minutes. How about now?"
Yeah.
And eventually I was like, "Dude, just relax. I'll play with you when you can."
Yeah. See, that's the thing that I wish I had those types of problems. But
yeah, it's true.
Just waiting for the day that I get bugged by people who want stream interaction, you know.
Will talks to the girl every day. This girl is obsessed with that.
Oh, the Discord.
Yeah.
There's so many messages that I cannot even read it.
It's mainly Will and
Yeah.
Every time she says something like she's hitting on Adam, I'm just like exclamation mark cringe. This time
I remember annoying a couple. You know, I wasn't. You know, realistically, I wasn't like a superstar in WoW, but I remember a couple annoying young kids who would like freak out and always try and talk to me in WoW. You know.
Why did you stop playing WoW?
Got a little burnt out, and I knew I had to stop to get a job. Realistically, I mean, some people can play and have a job. You know.
Honestly, I don't know how Adam does it. There'll be times Adam plays for like 10 hours straight, and then.
Well, I mean, now between my current job, I play a ton of video games. Not as much as I used to. But.
Have you gotten?
Have I gotten what? Sorry, the Mario Kart audio is like really loud. I don't really know how to adjust it through my capture card. I'm still learning a lot of streaming stuff.
I mean, you basically run the company, right?
Essentially. I mean, my boss does stuff, but he's not very good at doing stuff. When he's out in the field for like a week at a time, I'm pretty much doing everything, you know? Doing what he would do.
You should, I mean, does it pay you enough? Like, to give you good benefits or whatever? If you're basically running the company, I feel like you should get like, I don't know, ownership stake in it?
I do not. There's been some very oblique discussions about that. Thing is, I wouldn't want to be grandfathered in to all of my boss's bad decisions, you know, and have, you know, that sort of stuff, you know, because he's made a lot of bad business decisions or managerial decisions with personnel. So to join in on that, you know what I'm saying? I wouldn't want all that baggage. So I would just want a higher salary for myself instead of an ownership stake.
Yeah. When do you start your own company then?
Well, I've been thinking about that for like 2 years now. But instead, I decided to start streaming. Put a lot of time into that. So.
Follow your passions, I guess.
Yeah. And buy my time and network more, you know. Because in the drilling industry, the big barrier to entry is the upfront cost of machinery, which is going to run you like $300,000–400,000. You know, like it's not a cheap industry to get into.
Neither is hotels.
Yeah.
The cheapest I can see it is like 100,000 to 200,000 maybe.
Right.
That's for like a shitty like 5-10 drug.
Right. Like there's some labor industries where you only need to buy like, you know, $80–90,000 worth of stuff as a small one-man thing to get started. But drilling is just, the stuff is so expensive. Machinery, truck, trailer, the drill rig, all the tools, then all your consumable stuff. You know, you just need so much money to even do your first job, you know.
So bank loans are for, man.
Yeah, that's true.
So if you go bankrupt, it's not your loss.
But yeah, I'm complacent for another time period. Then maybe I will do some entrepreneurship.
Your parents must have money, right? Whatever happened with
Yeah, they have money. Why do you ask?
No, I mean, I don't want to. I'm just saying, like, what happened to the company? and sell stuff in Taiwan or whatever?
I don't think that ever went anywhere. My dad has all sorts of business ideas, schemes.
I remember your dad had something, I don't know, exclusive that he invented or something?
Yeah, I've been talking about that in a while, so I'm not sure. But I mean, he seemed fine with his university salary and pension, so. Probably not looking to start a business at this age. Just continue doing what he likes, the research side.
Yo, I can't remember who was it. Oh shit, who was it? Some friend of yours. Ah, damn it, who was it? That I know. Oh, one of your online friends that I met through Discord. He's telling me about how they met your dad that quick one time.
How they did what?
They met your dad. Like, you guys were somewhere. I don't know.
Oh yeah, my Canadian friends. Yeah.
Yeah, and your dad was like show Albert a good time or something.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, that's hilarious. I can't believe it. That's great.
Yeah, we went on a family trip up to Niagara Falls, and that happens to be the area where my WoW friends live. So on the second night of the trip, they were gonna go to whatever's past Niagara Falls, Ontario, I guess, or
yeah, I mean it's in Ontario.
Yeah, so they were gonna go to the city of Ontario. So they
no. Ontario's a state, maybe Toronto or
Toronto.
London?
Yeah. So they went to Toronto and they left me in Niagara Falls with my WoW buddies for the day. And yeah, that's how my dad met my WoW friends.
And that just surprised me. I just assumed you'd have conservative Asian parents or something.
Not that conservative, actually, I guess.
My parents basically live in the Asian roots.
Still very focused on, good grades and all that, but
yeah, that's not, I mean, that's not conservative though. That's just
not restrictive. Not that restrictive. Once I got to college, I guess. But yeah, definitely I knew a lot of other Asian parents that had the very strict conservative mentality.
Yeah. One of my cousins just married a Mexican, and his parents were like constantly freaking out about, oh, what are the people in India gonna say? How, because there's a whole problem in Indian culture. It's a huge deal.
Yeah.
Worrying. Well, I mean, I'm assuming it's just like most Asian cultures, worrying about what your peers.
Yeah. So, yeah, my parents worry about that social thing, but I think it's more focused on themselves. And my dad doesn't care, my mom cares.
My parents definitely care. My mom more so.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I guess I don't know how it is in your country. I know in ours, the kid is basically an extension of you.
Yeah.
The kid doing something stupid is you doing it.
Why is this game so loud?
Pause it.
Alright. So I have it piped into my... but... audio through my capture. Okay. Go to the audio mixer. Sorry. I was trying to hear what you're saying, but all I heard was like boost and mushroom sounds. Okay.
So when your dad said have a good time, he was basically referring to like a strip club or something, right? If I remember correctly. I'm not sure.
Not explicitly. Like, feel free to drink and stuff, which is pretty I guess out of character for a relatively conservative, for an Asian parent, I guess.
Yeah.
So let me see if I drop Discord volume down. Okay, I think that worked. It's not lower my volume, but maybe that shouldn't lower everyone else's volume. Let's change source back. But yeah, like my mom cares a lot of, you know, like how the house looks, you know, when random people come over.
Yeah.
That sort of thing. My dad pretty much doesn't care about anything that isn't work related, you know. Yeah. And they used to care a lot more, you know, other people's kids would, you know, go to law school, med school, accelerated med school.
Yeah.
Changing majors and studying dirt.
Honestly, like that's something, in my family, there's not one doctor. I think there might be one chemical engineer, and even then she's doing something else.
Yeah.
Which is really weird. For, I guess, an entire family of Indians.
Yeah, there are a lot of, I guess in the slightly older cousins, a lot of engineers and stuff.
Indians in general tend to be like doctors.
Yeah. But like my immediate cousins are also slight underachievers, you know, they want to do their own thing. One's like, you know, young parent slash, you know, they do like Asian modeling, you know. Like cosmetic modeling, I think. I forget what the other guy does in China, but
how close are you with your extended family? I guess?
Not close at all.
Yeah.
Barely any contact.
Like, do you have any cousins in America, or are they all in Taiwan?
I think so. See, I don't even know that. I know some of them have come to America and studied in like North Carolina and stuff as exchange students.
So, like, you don't have family that lives anywhere in Ohio or something?
No.
Yeah, because most of my mom's side of the family lives here in the Chicago area.
Yeah,
basically
so
all of it does.
It's very, like, it's our primary family, and that's pretty much it. You know, there's no, oh, we're just gonna drive over and visit cousins, or, you know, like a lot of those darn traditional American are, you know, with their big family gatherings and stuff. Of that.
We actually do that. Once a year during Diwali, the Indian New Year. I guess I should drop my mom's uncle's side.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess what is it? My granduncle. I don't know. Whatever.
My parents go back to Taiwan enough to participate in all that. You know, they go. My dad goes back to Taiwan.
Just the family that's already here. In the
oh,
US.
Okay. People aren't flying in. Yeah.
Well, I mean, most of us live near.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So most of us. We just drive to his house. He lives like 20 minutes from me.
Yeah.
And like the rest of them live within an hour.
Yeah,
But,
I kind of.
Some of them are in Michigan. Some of them are in Pennsylvania.
Yeah, I kind of wish I had something like that. Or,
it's not that great unless you get along with them. You know what I mean?
That's your instant reaction. Not that great.
Well, I mean, what I mean is like, look, yeah, sure, family's great and all, especially if you like have a lot of things in common. But like, I don't know, my family just lies to each other because the whole shame thing. right?
Yeah.
You know, you can't be honest with your family because they know everyone you know, right? It's that whole shame idea.
Yeah. That's funny. Pretty
Like,
funny.
I can be way more honest with my friends than I can with my family.
Yeah.
Oh, here's a perfect fucking example. So you know my kidney disease thing, right?
Yeah.
My mom is worried about people finding out that I am this disease disabled fuck to the point that like, oh, girls won't want to marry me.
Yeah.
She's worried about that, not getting me a kidney. And like that makes me angry at her.
So I was watching one of Aziz's movies or TV shows, Master of None, you know?
Yeah, yeah. I love Master of None. I mean, I don't think it's particularly good. I love it.
I liked it because of the Asian take.
No, that's exactly what I love about it. But like some of the acting is atrocious.
Yeah.
Like, it's just
I almost died laughing when they're like, your parents are so nice. Like they hug me more than I've been hugged in my entire life. That's how my girlfriend's parents were. Yeah. Like I think I've hugged my parents 4 or 5 times in the entire life. Yeah. And
I've never seen my parents kiss.
Yeah, same here. Yeah.
Like never. And to white people, that's so weird.
Yeah. So it's like, your parents are so nice. They always ask me how I'm doing and hug me and stuff. I just died laughing like by myself. Yeah. And I hardly ever laugh out loud watching comedies.
I love, especially in the first season, his interaction.
Yeah.
Because those are his real life parents. I mean, that's
yeah. I found that out afterwards. I was like, what?
Like if you pay attention to those scenes, the way they deliver the lines, it's just so fake and terrible.
Yeah.
But they're his real parents, so it's okay. I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Brown people coming up in Hollywood finally. Mindy Kaling had her show, Master of None.
So, are there any Asian shows?
Yeah, Fresh Off the Boat.
No, never watched it.
It doesn't look that good, honestly. There's a couple. Asian women have been on TV for a while.
Yeah.
Asian men are still not that much. Indian men, it's basically Master of None was probably like the first show where it's not some stereotype type fuck, has some stupid long name, some shitty accent. You know.
Let me ask you if you ever thought about when I was a young kid, like kindergarten, it was always the what do you want to be when you grow up thing. Sure. I wanted to be an actor because I saw a lot of those like Robin Hood type movies, but I realized there were no Asian knights, so I never, and at that time I never saw, like kung fu movies, not a lot of kung fu movies. So I always thought that was interesting. What if I had thought, not that I'm thinking I'm going to become an amazing actor, but, like go into drama club and stuff like that. But it just kind of seemed to be an impenetrable thing because there are no
it still is, dude.
Asian.
It's still really hard.
Yeah, no Asian actors.
All the characters are super racist. I mean, it's basically all Asian men, Indian, Chinese, whatever. They're effeminate. They're just super quiet, never get the girl. They're never really depicted as attractive. It's very rare. It's basically Master of None. Master of None even has an episode about that. Right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, with the guys are auditioning. Yeah,
it has an episode about that. Asian women have always been depicted, but they've always been depicted as like, super hot, but also like docile.
Yeah.
Like always, whenever they take there's always movies where they'll get from some sort of Asian source. Sometimes they'll keep the woman Asian, but they'll always change the guy to a white guy.
Yeah.
That shit like that drives me insane. But see, I also did watch a lot of Indian movies also. So I saw Indians on screen, but even then, I would say Indian movies are even more fucking racist because all the attractive people are light skinned and all the evil people are dark skinned.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're all Indian, right? Like they have like Indian features and everything. Like, but I mean, there's a huge range of what's Indian. Like, even in my family, like my cousins are super white, whereas I'm pretty dark. Like I have cousins that are, you know, blue-eyed and white people basically, but they're 100% Indian. And I mean, I don't know how many generations back, but every generation we know is Indian.
Yeah, the skin tone thing. Most Chinese people are pretty fair skinned, but yeah, there's enough tanness, like from you know, like Vietnam and stuff like that, where skin lightening is more common. Yeah.
Well, what's interesting is like Indians are supposed to be dark, right?
Yeah.
All the Indians that are light skinned, it's from thousands of years ago of, I guess you could say non-Indians, but at the time I would say India didn't exist, but you know, Persians, Afghanis, even Mongolians, you know, coming to India. Because I don't know if you know what a map of India looks like, right? But so it's a peninsula.
Yeah,
right?
I'm familiar from Empire Total War.
Yeah, and the top right is the Himalayan mountains.
Yeah.
So basically, the only way you can come through is from the top left, from the northeast, which is where Iran, Afghanistan, all those places are. Where those people are super white. And it's funny because the northwest of India, which is where I'm from, is where there's a lot of light-skinned people. I mean, it's mainly the north. Like the further south you go, the darker Indian skin, because it's also hotter. I don't know. It's this weird racial thing. Like they would freak out if I married a white person, but they also, like, it's blatantly obvious when, like, if they see a picture of like an Indian girl, they will describe her as dark or light skinned. You know what I mean?
They would freak out with if you married a white person.
Yeah, it would be difficult. I mean, don't get me wrong. I could do it. Like, I've gotten to an age where I can just like be like, all right, go fuck yourself. To them, it would be a struggle. You know, like I described. You know, like my cousin married a Mexican. I mean, she looks like a white person. And, you know, they were like, oh, what are the people going to say? How are we going to talk to her?
Because now I haven't had, you know, my parents never say anything like this, but other Asians. Hold on.
Before you finish that thought.
Yeah.
Importantly, there's a language thing, right? Your parents are really well educated, and I'm assuming their English is pretty good. Most of the adults in my family do not have the college degree, right? They are not super highly educated, you know, and their English is subpar at best. So to them, it's also that language barrier. So if you marry someone that doesn't speak our language, like, I mean, even if I marry an Indian that's not from our part of India, it's a huge deal because it's like.
So, tell me about the Indian caste system. Is that by region or what's that about?
No, it's by your bloodlines. It's basically, what's the European equivalent? What's it?
Like knighthood, like that sort of thing.
The feudal system. Except this feudal system is integrated into the religion, so it's still around.
I see.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now, caste usually doesn't matter as much in America, right? Like if you're in India, you will never hang out with someone of a different religion, like a Muslim, right? But because you're in the U.S., there aren't as many brown people. You'll basically hang out with anyone that's brown. You see what I'm saying? But in India, it's like...
So if your buddy's in America and you go back to India, you're like shunning each other?
No, it's fine. You're still friends with them, right? The caste system isn't as obvious. Like nowadays, people will be friends with everyone. It's when it comes to getting married and having kids that people start to discriminate. Like caste, right? And the thing is, it's kind of hard to hide your caste because your name usually gives it away.
Okay.
Right? Like my last name says I'm part of the business class, the merchant class.
Yeah.
It literally means like landowner.
And how long ago was that? I guess. Do you not know?
What?
Just that your family was in that landowner caste that's like
my
ancient.
Grandfather.
Okay, grandfather.
No, not my grandfather. My great grandfather.
Yeah.
So my dad's grandfather owned farmland in rural India.
Mm-hmm.
A shit ton of it. How he got it, I mean, no one really remembers. He probably just inherited
Killed,
it.
murked some fools.
Like, we don't know how,
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Every time I try to ask
Some Game of Thrones shit.
Every time I try to ask them, they don't like. They're like, we just didn't ask them. They weren't curious, so they don't know. And now that those people are dead, nobody knows.
Yeah.
But yeah, my great grandfather had land and basically never worked. Right? He inherited a lot of land, never had a job. If you own back then a significant amount of farmland, basically you would reap the profits from the stuff grown, and other people would like tend the fields for you.
Yeah.
You would give them a portion. But what the thing is, because he never worked, his income never increased. So there's a whole tradition of giving a lot of money when one of your kids gets married. Well, this guy had like 11 kids, right?
Mm-hmm.
So my dad had like, I don't know, 10, 11 uncles, something like that, uncles and aunts. So every single time one of them got married, he would divide up his property and just give it to them, or sell it off and give them money. So by the time it got to my grandfather, they started moving to the cities and finding whatever job they could.
Right.
Because they weren't going to get a lot of stuff, being divided 10, 11 ways. They weren't going to get a lot of stuff.
I see.
And then my dad got...
So kind of like it wasn't a sustainable thing for the modern...
I mean, it would have been if he didn't have 11 children.
Okay.
My great-grandfather. So, but let's be real, birth control didn't exist then.
Yeah.
And then my grandfather had like 4, 5 kids, something like that. They all got educated in the cities. They grew up in the cities. Like my dad spent very little time in rural India. They grew up in like medium-sized cities.
Mm-hmm.
Got a college degree, got random jobs, and then one of his brothers made it here, so my dad came here and then hustled, basically, did whatever he could to save up some money, bought convenience store, $100,000 or whatever, started making bank, essentially, and then moved up to a hotel. Yeah, that's about it.
Did I ever mention that my dad's sisters own a hotel, California?
Does she know a lot of Indians? I only say that because
I don't know. I don't think their English was that good. So once again, I've never really communicated a lot with my extended family.
Have I ever told you about like Indians in America that own hotels? It's like Indians make up less than 10% of the American population, but they are somehow involved in the ownership of 50% of like every hotel in the country.
Yeah,
it's insane. Like it's higher now, I would say. Like I think the article I read was like 2000 or 1999. It was like the New York Times, and they called it hotel, motel, cartel. Because it's like a Patel thing too. It's not just Indians, like specifically Patels.
Yeah.
Especially in the U.S., it's a Gujarati thing. So Gujarat is the state I'm from in India. We have, I guess, a stereotype of being some sort of business owners, right? Whether it be hotels or convenience stores or whatever. The hotel thing, I think, just comes from, someone comes here, gets a hotel. What usually happens is once one person buys a hotel, they need help, and it's a lot of work that most people don't want to do.
Right.
So they try to bring over friends and family and employ them in the hotel, right? So it's like an all family-run business, right? A kid does this, an aunt does that, whatever. Until they can get themselves their own enough money, right? So like the first hotel, let's say my dad bought the first hotel, right? This is purely example. It's not actually what happened in my family. what really happens to Patels in general. One Patel buys a hotel, brings other people over. They work for him, right? And the thing is, everyone lives in the hotel. So they don't pay separate taxes for housing, bills, or whatever. It's all included in the hotel. And then the other family, as they start building their own money, the original owner of the hotel, he said, okay, I'll buy this next hotel. You and me go into a partnership, right? Then that second family now has ownership in this hotel. And basically it just goes from there. Like as they save up their own money and they invest together so that they can expand quickly.
So it's like Asians and dry cleaners, similar thing.
I mean, basically, yeah. It's like the Vietnamese and the nail salons, other Asians and dry cleaners. For with Indians, it's hotels. You know? It's basically how. The reason I think it works. The reason why. I remember we had this discussion, but I didn't. I didn't explain my side. Your side was. The reason why Asians are considered smart is only because the best ones get here. Right?
Yeah.
I think it's obviously we have a higher focus on education, but there's also Asians tend to help each other out.
Yeah.
Like they give each other.
It's true.
It's the community, right?
Yeah.
If you fuck me over, the entire community is gonna know about it. Right?
Yeah. Like even with my family, our resources, even I make money, my brother makes money, my parents make a shit ton of money. They consider the resources like semi-communal. Like my parents are like, you need money? Here's a check. Like I don't care.
Yeah.
like you'll pay me back in a couple years probably.
Yeah. I really like that about the Asian community, right? Like we don't see our kids as like separate once they're 18 or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, you're on your own now. Figure it out.
Yeah.
Like. If you need something, there's no issue with you coming home or whatever. You get it. You know? But it also goes back to, okay, when the parents are old, it's the kids' responsibility. I don't know. Is it how it is with your family?
Yeah. Like, for example, my dad takes a huge part of, not huge, a percentage of his rather large income. So it's a large lump sum of money and just sends it straight to his mom and for their rent in the middle of like Taipei,
Yeah. Like, see, I don't think that's a bad thing, right? I think that's pretty good. Like to always help each other out like that. But I don't know why people don't do that. Or like, but yeah, like here's a great example. So my dad, right, when he started having enough money with convenience store, my mom's brothers, they've never really been particularly rich. My dad was like, this is back like 20, 30 years ago, right? My dad was like, look, I'll give you a interest-free loan. No paperwork or anything. Just, I'll give you the 90 grand to buy your own store. Just pay me back whenever you have it. And they were like, not interested. They were like, no, I don't want to. They don't want to work that hard. They don't want to work all those hours. Right? Like my dad works like 10 hours a day. So
yeah.
They're like, nah, I don't want to work that. But it's also, let's be real. It's why the caste system exists. They're not Patels. My dad is. So. My mom's side of the family is more of an artisan class. They were carpenters or something. Or no.
So like a trade, like
yeah. They were like I think back in India, my mom's dad, or my grandfather he was a jeweler. Like he made gold and stuff.
Is that considered equal then?
No, lower. It's artisan.
Lower, artisan. Even though is gold. Do they differentiate between like gold and like woodworking? I assume, or
it was gold working, but it's like they didn't. Well, my grandfather also was like usually super honest, so like he wouldn't try to cheat people, so he wouldn't make much money. But I think the actual family business, like at least my grandfather's, was something to do with wood, carpentry or something. But what happened, some bullshit with like a stepmother and whatever. So like my grandfather was cast out because his father got remarried or something. And like the mom was a cunt basically. But my grandmother's parents or family members were in the gold business, so they like just taught him. They basically showed him what to do. Which is funny because like nowadays, like because we still talk to the people that like weren't kicked out of the family. Like my grandfather was kicked out only because he wasn't related to his stepmom. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Basically, that's why they kicked him out. What's really funny is every single person that is a descendant of my grandfather is now in America and a million times richer than anyone that wasn't kicked out.
Yeah.
Right? Like, because they're all in India, in rural India, poor as fuck. And we're all here in America, fat.
Yeah, that's the miracle of capitalism. One of my favorite things in the world. Yeah, from my family,
we do give a lot of money to India. Every time we go there, we're always giving money to the poors.
Yeah.
Like, well, like we try not to give them straight cash. What we'll do is we'll pay for 100% of your kids' education and stuff like that. You don't want to just give them cash, things like that. But it depends, you know. Like on my dad's side, they're much better off, right? So it just really depends who in my family. Because you know, my dad's side is Patel, so we're better with money.
What's the highest class?
Brahmin, they're the priest class.
Brahmin?
Yeah, the priests.
Okay. Is that?
So it's okay. So there's a lot of tiny subdivisions, right? Even amongst Patels, it's like you're not just a Patel. It's like you're a Patel from this region, like from one of these villages or one of those villages, right? Like there's a lot of little divisions, but there's 4 generic classes, I believe, right? Maybe 5. I don't know.
So these days in modern India, are there a lot of poor top class people because the whole economy has changed, or they've managed to stay rich?
They've managed to stay nearly relatively rich. Yeah. So there's the Brahmins at the top, then the Kshatriya, which is the warrior and also royal class, right? So like, yeah, just the people that fought and also were like soldiers and kings tended to be the Kshatriya, so second from the top. And then third is merchant. And artisans are basically in the same class, tradesmen as merchants, but like merchants are a little bit higher. And then at the bottom is people who deal with the dead, who deal with trash, who deal with stuff, people that other people don't want to deal with, essentially. And there's also, you know, what's really fucked up is there's also a color element. The higher you are in the caste system, you tend to be lighter skinned.
So these people in the priest class who are still rich, I'm assuming they're still rich because they took advantage of the class system. You know, they're not.
Oh, I mean, I wouldn't doubt it at all.
Doing anything. Like, what kind of work are they? You know, they're just like, you know, big business owners now.
Yeah, basically.
Because they took advantage during the. Yeah.
They're industrialists.
Huh.
Yep.
Yeah, there really isn't anything like that in.
Well, think about it like this:
Chinese, right? Taiwanese culture.
Well, I mean, wasn't there a feudal system?
Yeah, but remember, there's the
communist stuff.
Yeah, communist cultural revolution. So all that old style thinking was like very aggressively destroyed, and even the non-communists, you know, modernized super quick to fight Japan and stuff. You know, so a lot of the old ways of thinking were eliminated.
People who have old money, like multi-generational money in whatever culture, it's basically because they were the higher caste generations ago. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, if they've had money for generations, I mean, I'm sure there are people like Bill Gates who made a shit ton of money in one generation, right? But I don't think that's the norm. See, Adam message me. Oh, Adam did a swearing for charity event. Did you read about that?
Yeah, I saw some posts on it. Yeah.
Basically, every time you swear, you donate a certain amount for charity. Why did your parents come to the U.S.?
Education and jobs.
But I mean, like, how were they able to? Like, was it anything refugee related, or were they just got lucky?
I think they just got lucky and got, yeah, education visa. I think my dad told me he had a couple $100 when he got here.
Well, because like nowadays it's super hard. Even if you get an education visa to like stay afterwards, it's insanely hard. Like, you know, Dimitri, right? His wife. She came here on an education visa. She was able to get a job for a year or two, but then that's it. Then she didn't win the lottery. Like, they weren't gonna let her stay because random chance. That's why they initially got married, right? I mean, obviously they were gonna get married eventually, anyways. But they basically had to, otherwise she was gonna get kicked out of the country.
Interesting.
I constantly remind Dimitri, I'm like, just remember, you're the lottery ticket.
What caste is she from?
I don't know, because she's South Indian, so it's super different. So, like, I mean, I know it's not like this in China, but in India, every state has its own language, its own script, its own culture. And each region of the states has its own, you know, dialect. Because India hasn't been unified for that long. So there's a lot of variation. Like, all the North Indian languages, they're actually Indo-European. Like, they have similarities of, like, linguistically, they're more similar to English, to Greek, to Spanish than they are to the South Indian languages, which are Dravidian. So there's a huge difference between North and South Indians in terms of culture. Like, if she were to speak her language, I would have no idea what she's saying. And same thing the other way around. Like, Indians tend to talk to each other, like from different states, through English. Because if they use any Indian language, you know, they think it's that region of India putting their culture onto them. Right?
I see.
So if they use English, it's from a different country. So that's actually why India has a lot of English speakers. A lot. Like, it's gonna have more English speakers than America soon. But it's also why a lot of scamming, you know, like telephone and internet scams, are from India. Because they have English speakers, a lot of them. And it's the ones that their English isn't quite perfect. You know, there's a thick accent. They're the ones that get into those scammy jobs, essentially. But Karishma, I mean, actually, I know her last name. I can look up her caste through that. And then,
oh yeah, so earlier I was talking about, you know, if you were to marry a white girl, like, my parents weren't like this, but it was kind of said with other Asians, you know, some to marry outside.
Wait, hold up. Let me answer your question. Her last name is Menon. It says the Menons were engaged in various administrative duties, such as scribes and accountants.
So is that a sub part of the trade side, accounting? Like,
let me see.
kind of like.
It says it. Oh, I didn't realize I muted myself. So
I was waiting for an explanation.
Menon is a part of Mare, so I'm reading about Mare. See if it gives me anything. Oh, here it is. Caste system. It says they regarded Nares as Shudra. Shudra is the lowest class. That doesn't make sense to me if they were accountants and scribes. Yeah, it doesn't make sense. Because if you're an accountant and scribe, that means you can at least read.
Yeah, and be doing some sort of managerial.
If you're the lowest class, you probably can't read. I guess it could be, I don't know, it's complicated. Yeah, it says Menon, which is her last name, is a part of Nair. Which just confuses me. I don't know, man. I'm telling you, man, it's a super complicated system. Oh my god. And the funny thing is nowadays, like, a lot of people try to act like they're Brahmins, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like to claim that they're Brahmins or whatever. The top.
With nothing to back it up with?
Yeah, basically. I mean, I don't think it fucking matters, right?
Right.
Like, my mom always talks about how Panchals used to be Brahmins or something, some bullshit. And I'm like, who gives a shit? And she's like clearly saying it in a way that she's like proud of it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, it doesn't fucking matter. Like Vishal, you know, Vish. I know his last name is like super Brahmin. Like, I'm pretty sure he's a Brahmin. Which explains why he's like super American, because it just means like his family has been westernized for longer. You know what I mean? Like, he's super American. I've never seen him do anything Indian.
Yeah, I guess that's right.
Like, I don't even know if he can speak his tongue.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
That's interesting.
But he is also a Southie.
What does that mean again?
He's just from the South. It's just talking shit for no reason. That's what I like, you know, just... If they're Muslim, I call them Muzzy. If they're South, I call them Southies. Just nonsense, trash talk. Anyways, yeah, what were you saying? Sorry.
Yeah, with like the marriage thing,
yeah.
I think for Asians it was, you know, if you marry outside of an Asian person.
When you say Asian, does that also include like Vietnamese or Thai?
It might apply, but
what if it's Japanese, right?
Yeah. But it's like, well, if you marry outside of Asians, you know, it can pretty much only be a white person and not anything else. Can't marry a black. Yeah. Like, the worst thing I could do is marry a black Muslim.
Mm-hmm. I think it would be, you know, it would be a huge deal if I married a black Muslim. I mean, personally, I wouldn't marry a Muslim, period. But black, I don't give a shit. Whatever, I'd do it. But, I mean, you know, religion, no thanks. But yeah, as long as you married Asian.
Yep.
What? No problems?
No problems.
What do they think about you being with a white person right now?
They're fine. No comments, really.
Your mom doesn't like care?
No.
Surprising.
Yeah.
In my family, I think it just depends who you're talking to. Like, there's a lot of people in India that are more liberal than like my family here. You know? Like, the family that immigrated here, right? They still want to, like, to them, being Indian is being how they were when they left India, right? Like, to them, they still haven't realized how much India itself has progressed. Like, I've had people in India say, you know, get married in India. It's okay if you want to marry a white girl from America, but do the actual wedding here so that we can come to it, right? And instantly, if my mom's there, she's like, no. He's not going to marry a white girl. He's going to marry Indian. You know what I'm saying? Which is really weird to me, because you would think people in India would be more backwards than people here.
Oh, that reminds me what I was saying earlier when I was thinking about when I brought Master of None is, do you have like a portfolio of Indian girls that your parents were trying to set you up with?
I do not, but that's also because my parents basically know I would say no to it. But like one of my cousins, who's only like 6 months older than me, just got married last year through an arranged marriage. Basically, it's like you say, yeah, I'm ready for marriage or whatever, and then through connections, right? You know, your friend of someone, or your family knows someone of a similar age that also wants to get married. Right? It starts by looking at pictures. Right? Then you meet. It's basically Tinder before Tinder.
Right.
Right.
So,
but except
they're
your family's involved.
They're not doing that because they know you refuse it, but so you've never seen like a bunch of random pictures of people.
I've never, but I've seen other people do it.
Because I assume
I don't think it's necessarily a bad way to get married.
Right. Because in the Asian community in Hudson and pretty much all of Northeast Ohio, like any Asian, like Chinese or Taiwanese, you didn't know each other, but you probably knew someone who knew someone, you know? So I'm just thinking, like, if that system existed in Chinese culture, I'm just thinking of all the people that it would be, you know? It'd be like, oh yeah, I remember that person from that random, New Year's party.
Like, I don't know, do Asians not introduce other Asians to each other? It's obvious both people are single or something.
There is, but it's just not structured in that.
I would say it's super structured.
Yeah.
The families get along and all that stuff, and they figure it out.
Yeah.
The kids know each other for, at least nowadays, the kids know each other for like a year.
Yeah, because like in Hudson, there are like 20 Asian families, one town over like 15, and combine them all, you got like a couple hundred people.
Yeah. Honestly, if I were to get married, it would have to be with someone that is also an immigrant. I don't care if they're Indian or whatever, but they understand like the cultural divide.
Yeah. So you're not interested as just another source of, I don't know,
what,
entertainment / just see who's out there.
I mean, I am interested in like normal American girls. It's just they tend to not understand.
I mean,
my family.
Going back to the not necessarily arranged, but the family referral, I guess. You're not interested.
Particularly. I mean, look. Well,
do you know they don't know anyone interesting that just happens to be in a similar
situation?
See
my family picking someone I would like.
Okay. Not even by accident.
What?
That's what I mean. Like, I'm sure the personality tastes are widely different, but maybe just like, by accident, someone that, like someone who's like in a similar situation.
I mean,
I guess.
Because I see my parents showing me religious girls that are like super traditional.
Right.
I would just not be into that. Be like, I mean, I'm not even particularly interested in marriage.
Right. I guess that would be a marriage situation, not just a dating. Like, hook me up with some hot dates.
That's the thing, right?
Yeah,
like,
I see.
We're not gonna just introduce you to some girl to fuck. That's just not
that's what I'm thinking. Well,
it
can start that way,
get
but
married,
yeah,
to have kids.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, they don't expect you to have sex like before marriage.
Right.
my cousin who just got married the Mexican, his parents had no idea that, like, they still don't know. Nobody knows except for like me, that I know he's been living with his now wife for like a year.
That's funny.
I mean, he basically would always tell his parents, "I'm staying at my friend's house.
Right.
My friend's house is closer to my job." They don't know he's living with his girlfriend. Like, I knew funny. It, but I mean, I'm not gonna fucking tell them. Yeah. I mean, I think one day I wanna like tell them all, like, you guys are all shitty parents because we all lie to you.
Right.
Like all my cousins lie to us. They all think that we're sober. You know? Like I have a cousin who's a year younger than me, getting married, disabled, right?
Mm-hmm.
But she's been dating her boyfriend for like 8 years.
So what's that wedding gonna be like? Like,
what do you mean?
Everyone's just like, you can't tell a funny, you know, like an American, but you can't tell a funny. No,
here's the thing.
You know, like,
it's really hypocritical, right? So, like, the parents initially found out about their relationship when it was like 2 or 3 years old.
Mm-hmm.
And like, the dad slapped my cousin and like told him, "You can't be together," blah 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 blah. But now that they're older, it's totally cool and okay. Like, they're getting married.
What's the age? Say that again. Why did he get slapped? Because it was
just because they're like, "Oh, you're too young to be with someone." Basically.
How old was he?
19 or something.
Oh, okay.
Like, I mean, they're the same age. They're probably 19 or 20 or something.
Okay.
But to them, it's like, that's weird because they didn't allegedly do that, which I don't lie.
Yeah.
But it's the whole, you know, "Oh, our parents did this. Why are you different?" But now that they've been together for 8 years, it's okay. But it's only okay because they didn't tell him about it anyways. Like, they stayed together anyways and just lied about it and just didn't tell him. And to me, that's like this major hypocrisy. So me and the cousin that married a Mexican, we're basically the only ones that can't stand it. Like, the other cousins can't stand it, but they just deal with it. Whereas if like me and this other cousin did it, we'll call it out. Like, we'll be like, we'll just start arguing with them about it. Like, why is this okay? Like, what is wrong with you? Like, I get mad that it's okay for them to get married now when 6-7 years ago he was hitting his daughter because they were together.
Mm-hmm.
What has changed other than time passing? Absolutely nothing. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, shit like that is really fucked up, and oh my god, it makes me so angry. It's like they want to be lied to.
I'm trying to think what the similar path is in Taiwanese Chinese culture. I'm not really coming up with anything that I know of, because like,
well, I mean, your parents weren't particularly like conservative, I guess.
Right? Yeah.
But like,
not religious. I'm even thinking about like anything I've heard like from cousins or other Asian families. You know, I'm just trying to think what.
If you had a girlfriend in high school, right? How would they feel about it?
They probably would have been okay with it. I'm thinking.
My parents would have thought that was blasphemy, un-Indian.
I'm thinking because me and my brother were always so awkward, they never thought that, you know.
yeah.
that would happen. But I'm thinking they would have been okay with it theoretically, you know.
Yeah, man. I don't know. That kind of hypocrisy just drives me insane.
Yeah.
Because all they ever talk about is getting the kids married, but then they don't create the environment to make us like socially normal.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, we have to constantly be lying and can't share anything with them. It's just, I don't know. It's hypocritical. It's stupid. It makes me really angry. Why are you playing as all babies, by the way?
I don't know. I don't think Shy Guy is actually a baby. I think he's just a small guy.
Okay.
But I was playing as babies earlier. I don't know. I was just kind of randomly choosing stuff as we were talking.
Yo, buy me a Switch. We can play together.
Uh-huh.
You should totally do it. But yeah. You buy me a Switch, I'll buy you Sonic's All-Star Racing Transfer.
This doesn't seem like a entirely equitable deal.
Yeah, that's okay. I'm disabled, so it's fair. But yeah, I don't know. It's just, you know, family is, it's really fucked, honestly. I try to tell all my cousins, you know, don't be like our parents. When you have kids,
that reminds. I was gonna ask. Oh, someone else is here. Foxy Hero. Hey, how's it going?
Really, I don't see it.
You can see on screen. They're on Mixer, so I'm using a program called Restream, so it should display all the chats on the actual Twitch page.
Okay.
Yeah. How's it going, Foxy Hero? Ready for some amateur Mario Kart driving? Yeah, Jay, what you were saying earlier, I wasn't to talk about how do you find yourself, I don't know if this is true for you, find yourself becoming like your parents in some ways.
I mean, I'm sure in some ways, but
like I find myself very similar to my dad.
No.
In a lot of ways. I
mean, like, okay, a lot of like habits, yes.
Yeah.
Right? But in the way I view and think about life, no, not at all.
For me, it's habits and like life philosophy.
Yeah.
Like my dad thinks he's right about right about everything. You know.
I can see that in you, definitely.
I have that similar habit. Just like, oh, I'm so smart. I know. La la la.
I definitely see that in you a lot. Alright, does your dad have trouble admitting when he's like fucked up?
Yeah.
Yeah, because the perfect example of that is when I got you with the zombie game. When I said I've survived however many days, you totally fell for that. You were trying to play it off like you didn't.
No, I didn't. No,
yes, see, I don't buy it.
Because I knew you weren't playing it.
We're both saying there's no way he ever admits it that he fell for it.
Because I knew I had already learned the mechanics of the game and knew that how many days was possible.
Will and I disagree.
Alright.
We both think you fell for it.
I don't think so. I already understood the multiple, you know, the 100 or 200 day limit on it. Because I had already been playing it for like 12 hours at that point.
Yeah.
But you're correct in the thinking that if I did fall for it, I would not have admitted it. But in this case, I did not fall for it.
So how do I know you didn't fall for it? Because you could just not be admitting
That's true, but I'm telling you now.
Yeah, but I don't know that you're not just...
I think the only proof I have is just thinking about how much I played that game up until that time and how much effort I put into studying that game mechanics.
Like this is just an elaborate answer you come up with in the time that it's been since I made that joke.
Alright. Okay. Choose to believe what you want to believe. But I know I'm right, so I'm fine.
See, there you go again. See? You're just like proving my point by being yourself.
Yeah.
I guess in terms of that, I don't know. Like, I hate doing dishes or anything. I know my dad's like that. But I'm also like super anal retentive, and I want like a super clean bathroom.
Yeah.
But I'm too lazy to do it myself. So like I have the worst of both my parents. Like my mom loves to be super anal retentive, have everything super sparkly clean, but my dad is too lazy to do it. And I have both. So if my bathroom is dirty, I'll just be super repulsed by it. I'll be too lazy.
Foxy here, you want to join? This is my first day playing Mario Kart.
Hey, I'll be back later.
Okay, like see you, Jay. And I have not subbed the multiplayer on my Switch, actually. From my understanding, the Switch multiplayer is still free for another year, as they're figuring out. But yeah, I haven't made an account or even set up anything. So call me a Nintendo amateur. But maybe once I set that up, yeah, I'll definitely love to play with some stream viewers. That'd be awesome. But yeah, I don't have anything set up. You know, I've just connected to the Wi-Fi and updated, you know, the Switch software and all that. But yeah. I don't even know what the Nintendo multiplayer system is these days. Hopefully it's still not friend codes and all that stuff, eh? Maybe tonight. What time is? Oh crap! It's already 12:30 EST. Maybe I'll set up tomorrow. And you know, if you stop by, I'll tomorrow we'll definitely race some Mario Karts. I'm excited because the last Mario Kart game I played heavily was Mario Kart 64. So of course I have pretty much no experience with Mario Kart multiplayer aside from just local, so I'm pretty excited to try it out sometime in the future. You know, I'm used to just playing Grand Prix by myself as a little kid. You know? But yeah, I'm gonna set it up, and I'm also thinking about buying Splatoon and playing that multiplayer. So, of course, when I was thinking about buying Splatoon, I would have to set up the Nintendo multiplayer. So, pretty excited for that. You know, shoot some ink everywhere, get some stuff. Have you? What other Switch games have you played, or what are your thoughts on the Nintendo online system? Because I hear it's kind of janky. That's why it's still free, because it's kind of messed up, so they're not charging for it yet. That's what my internet research has taught me. You can be the market test on that. Victory!
Alright, I'm back.
Okay. I was just asking Foxy Hero here about what they thought about the Nintendo multiplayer system, because multiplayer on the Switch is free right now, but they will be charging for it next year once it's
what, $20 a year or something?
Yeah, something like that. So,
which I think is bullshit, but
yeah,
that's what console gaming is.
Got to pay for the servers somehow. Gaming.
How do PC games do it?
Dedicated servers that people host on, or people pay for, you know.
I mean, okay, I guess Nintendo is reasonable. PlayStation and Microsoft are not.
Well, that's why they give out the freebies with the free games, to try and soften the blow these days. Yeah.
But I'd still prefer PC gaming.
Yeah, I understand.
Well, okay, how about PC like Call of Duty? Who pays for those servers?
There is a baseline of company-run servers, but then I believe on the PC, it may just all be company-run, because people always fight about dedicated servers, like player-hosted servers. And like Counter-Strike and Team Fortress, all that stuff in the old days were all, you paid for your own server, you know, and you hosted. Clans paid for their own servers. But yeah, I'm hoping Nintendo gets their act together.
And they clearly have. I mean, I don't think they're gonna not. I mean, especially with how well the Switch is selling.
Well, because I hear that the voice chat for Nintendo is an app you have to download to your phone, and you talk through your phone. So there's no in-game system for voice chat, which just seems really bizarre to me. You know?
Yeah, that does seem stupid.
Yeah. So there's stuff like that. Foxy's saying that it's fine.
Yeah, I
for
see
what it is.
I'm
oh, okay, yeah. Because now for some stream feedback, I have it set up that the messages disappear every 30 seconds. I think.
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't know if that is. Okay, I don't know if that's too fast or not or too slow to have.
It just depends how closely you're paying attention.
Yeah,
I'm not really paying attention to you gaming. Just talking.
Yeah,
I have it open.
I'm always trying to refine the art of my stream. So, any comments from you, Foxy? I would like to hear them. What about the size of my face on the screen? People are always talking about gameplay, screen.
I think
real
you
estate. versus face real estate.
Plastic surgery and
okay. Plastic
increase
surgery.
the size of your breasts.
Okay.
And then make the full screen your titties.
Okay.
And then the small screen.
Let me take some notes. Okay. Plastic surgery.
I guarantee you, if you did that, you would get way more viewers. Guaranteed.
Okay. But would they be here for my personality and my gameplay skills?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
That's why I'm not saying put your personality first screen. I said your augmented titties first screen.
Okay.
Don't even put your face. Talk in a girly voice. Just lie to them. How does Foxy feel about this? Foxy, what do you think? Do you think he'd get more viewers if he did that?
Trying to run a family-friendly show here.
What's not family-friendly like this? I didn't curse. I didn't say
Actually,
anything.
I think I do have my stream on Mixer marked as mature.
Yeah, actually you do. I remember. Yeah.
Because of violent games like PUBG, like automatically put you in that category, I think. Yeah, streaming, it's you know.
I mean, you know the whole like small controversy about Twitch right now, right?
Yeah, yeah.
How so many of them are just girls with their tits out.
Yeah, see, I find that interesting because that's what if that's what the market wants, you know, are those people gonna? Well, you know, people they're stealing views from gamers.
Look,
you know,
the market is always going to want sexual porn related things.
Yeah.
The thing is that Twitch is trying to say that it's not, you know, like a adult webcam website, right?
Yeah.
But the thing is like the reason why it's even happening, I would say, is because kids can get away with spending money on Twitch that they couldn't, like, if their parents saw that the credit card statement said my adult free cam or whatever and not Twitch, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's basically kids.
But the content is a lot more, you know, it's a person in tight shorts doing squats. Right?
I mean, yeah, but
compared to full-on cam stuff.
Basically the same thing.
Full-on cam stuff, though.
But no, you can do the same thing on cam websites. You don't have to get naked. There are cam websites that exist. Okay. Except they're starting to not exist because they're all switching to Twitch.
Yeah. Yeah. Then, yeah, it's like, are they stealing views from gamers? I don't know. Mindmaster 15, is this online? Yes, this is a live stream. You're coming in from YouTube, so I see my effort in setting up the YouTube stream has paid off. Yep, this is live. We're watching someone play Grand Prix for the first time on this map, on this course. They're not called maps, I guess. In Mario Kart, this course. Yep. How's it going, Mindmaster? This is day one of my Mario Kart experience.
Need more enthusiasm.
This is day one of my Mario Kart experience. Here we go. We are on this ice map. Let's load up a red shell. Let's dodge this other red shell. Let's get these power pads. We're in second place. Let's move on up here. Pretty wide curve. Let's try and do get this double item box. Okay, we got it. We got it. All right, let's line up a nice green shot. We're banking everything on this green shell. We got him. We got him, you guys. All right, let's do a nice wide turn. We lost control a little bit. Mindmaster, I was just telling Foxy Hero here on Mixer in the other stream program, I have not set up the multiplayer for the Nintendo Switch. I would love to have viewers play with me. You know, I'm all about that interaction, but I just actually do not have it set up. I've only played like 5 hours on my Nintendo Switch, even having owned it for a couple weeks now.
How about you quit it with the excuses and set it up?
Well, I'm trying to practice my game first, so when I go on multiplayer, I can start owning some noobs and not look like a fool.
Been playing for hours. How about you play with the person?
Yeah, have you want to play. I think I'm pretty committed at this point. You know, 2 requests to play online. Pretty committed to setting it up and be on tomorrow for sure for some multiplayer.
I'll play with you if you buy me a Switch in the game.
So until tomorrow, and I stream pretty consistently at probably 8:30 to 9 EST for a couple hours. I see it's already 12:30, so if it wasn't so late, I would set up right now and just play.
Just add him on some sort of friend thing so you can play with him.
Well,
later.
I don't know what the friend thing is, Jay.
Wow, what a cat! Were you casual?
All right, so do I have
filthy
this set
casual?
Up? So I think I just have a local account, you know, just my local Albrexer username. So I'll have to look up
noob streamer.
I'll have to look up how to set it up. Then we can friend code it up and become comrades on the cart course.
If you don't do it now, just say,
yeah,
you know, be back here this time tomorrow and it'll be ready.
Yeah, that's true.
Damn. I mean, I'll donate $350 because the game plus the system is like $360. So I saved $10, Mind Master. Got him.
Yeah, it's all a big scam to get people their Switches set up.
I mean, I'll probably buy a used Switch.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll look it up and yeah, go to the account and set up. Yeah.
Refurbished.
I'm sure I have the technical know-how on how to set it up.
Do you?
Well, I am a genius.
I don't know. Asians are pretty bad at technical video game stuff.
So yeah, I'll definitely set it up and be good to go. And plus, I want to take advantage of the Nintendo multiplayer being free, you know, so I'm always out to look for a good deal, and nothing's a better deal than free.
I don't know. You should get on my level of looking for a good deal. That's definitely one thing I'm happy that my dad instilled in me. Right?
Being frugal.
Yeah. I mean, he didn't instill like the philosophy. Like the way I see it is like every dollar you spend is you're essentially saying whatever your income is, right? Say your income is $10 an hour. When you buy something worth $100, you're saying this is worth 10 hours of my life, right? That's how I see it.
Yeah.
And it helps me to not frivolously spend, because then I'm like, is
oh, there's
really
my friend code. Yeah.
10 hours. So.
But yeah, you can add me and we'll play tomorrow. Yeah, friend code. So I did set something up. I'll admit I am a Nintendo noob. You know, I'm all into that Xbox, PlayStation, PC life. So there it is. I have 0 friends. 0 friends. Oh god. Oh god. Why does the Nintendo Switch have to remind me?
I'm gonna start a GoFundMe.
For what?
Nintendo Switch.
Oh.
I should start a GoFundMe for the transplant operation. That's gonna be expensive.
Yeah. I can do a 24-hour stream for donations.
I'm not sure how much I'll have to pay. Probably not that much, but it's $100K, like at least for the insurance, I guess. It's more expensive, I think, for a dead donor than a living one.
Declined. Now become friends. My first friend is that Falco, or is that a different bird avatar?
Is that Mind Master or is that Foxy Hero?
I think that's Foxy Hero. Actually, I don't know. It could be anybody. I'm opening myself up to online attacks pretty much at this point.
You already have a carrying case, right?
Yeah, I do.
There's a carrying case with 10 game cartridge holders for $6 on Amazon, right?
So, I mean, my case isn't that good. It just fits the Switch and barely fits. I mean, there's a little pocket that I can fit games.
Do you want me to link this to you?
Not particularly.
It's only $6.
You were just telling me to be frugal. Why do I want to spend $6 on another case when I already have one?
Sell your current case and get a better one.
Oh, and here's my master's request. Day 1 of Mario Kart, and I'm already making friends.
There you go.
We got a link. Wow, you have 65 hours played. So you guys just want to play with me, just to own me in this game, because I'm a noob, right? That seems like what your guys' goals are.
Or are they just looking for people to play with? God, cynical bastards.
You're just out here hunting for noobs. Scrolling around looking for noobs. Alright, so we go into multiplayer. Let's see here. Online play. One player. Just out throwing out the bait, looking for noobs. Alright, worldwide friends. So what do we do here? Create room? I guess. Let's just interpret this UI here. And we'll play a couple, but yeah, it is 12:42 a.m. and I do work a full-time job as a badass outdoorsman. Alright, so I mean I made a room. Oh, someone's coming in. Oh gosh. I'm being invaded. Being invaded. Fight him. Fight him to the death.
I wonder if Mercedes paid Nintendo or Nintendo paid Mercedes to use their logo.
Yeah, that's a good question. So we got one gentleman in here. And are we waiting for a second person? To join, or do I need to invite someone? Is there new? It's just that.
Did you ever own a Wii?
My brother had a Wii. I played maybe 12 hours of Wii games, but other than that, did not do much on the Wii. Master. Okay, so that. If my master is saying 1 second, that leads me to believe this gentleman in blue is Foxy Hero. Come on, my master, you're losing your chance to school me in Mario Kart.
See, this is why I'm here, to remind you that you're just making excuses.
Thanks for your encouragement. And not to pimp out my channel too much, you know, if you enjoy the stream, hit that follow or subscribe button. I know you guys are on different platforms. You know, I stream to YouTube, Mixer, and Twitch. Try and become a Twitch affiliate, where you can get the subscribe button and do revenue sharing on the ad portion. So just doing the stream grind. All right, so the other gentleman just got online.
Can you have custom messages?
I don't think so.
I would just be talking trash. But like, stupid trash talk. Like I'd find out their race and just like in Adam's server, there's a Danish guy. I just keep making fun of him because he's tall. That's what Danish people are. Or I use like insult that the Swedish people have for the Danish. Because, see, while I do make a lot of racist jokes, they're also culturally relevant. Because I am a cultured man.
I'm glad you can justify it in your own mind.
Well, at least they're not inaccurate, right? Like, I'm not going to call a Swedish person a hairy, spaghetti-eating, tan bastard or something. That doesn't make any sense. Now, if they're Italian...
Let's increase the number of seconds that the chat is on. Yeah, I have it set on 90 seconds. 130.
Are you still waiting on this kid to get in?
I guess so. I guess the whole point of this is to play with people, otherwise I would just start. I get impatient.
I'll be back soon. Damn, kid.
Mine Master? You better not be mining something in Minecraft right now or something.
Speaking of mining, I own garlic coin. Do you own any cryptocurrencies?
I thought about buying some, but as you can see, the market tanked, as I predicted.
Well, now's the chance to buy, right?
Well, there's a couple, not catchphrases, but industry buzzwords. One is called the dead cat bounce. Alright, we'll just race. Dead cat bounce is when the stock drops super hard. It bounces up because people think that's the bottom and they buy. Then it drops completely dead. It's called the dead cat bounce. So some people are thinking that any recovery in the crypto market right now is going to be a dead cat bounce. You're buying and then you're just going to lose even more. No Minecraft, your old nickname. Oh. Were you a master of the mines?
You got some me or Mine Master?
No.
What?
I'm asking Mine Master. It's just your old nickname, Mine Master, but it's not related to Minecraft. But it is your old nickname. What was I saying? Oh yeah, cryptocurrency. So yeah, that's why I'm not investing right now. I want to see how it plays out a little more.
I really don't want people to invest in cryptocurrency, honestly.
Yeah.
I want people to use it as a currency, not as an investment.
That's true. Alright.
But yeah, the garlic one I have, I just mined it. I didn't make it.
This hero guy's moving pretty quickly. I probably, let's see, he's doing a Toad loadout. So I'm guessing my Mario loadout probably is not the fastest. These people are moving pretty quickly.
Other computers or?
Yeah, I did add some AI to keep some variation up. I'm trying to see what the meta, the meta strategy is. What are the popular characters and popular vehicle loadouts? Because I haven't really studied the stats. So I'm interested to see what the competitive scene is going to play out.
Are there any games that you'd say you were at like the pro level?
That what?
That you're good enough to like, you think you could get paid?
Not anymore.
What were you?
Say maybe Warcraft at my highest.
But has anyone gotten paid for War?
There are paid teams with sponsors that do the rating content. They try and be the world first.
You should have done that, bro.
And then there was, back when Warcraft had a very big PvP thing, it's not big anymore. There were dollar competitions in the arena, and I wasn't good enough for that. So.
What about Call of Duty?
I mean, I was hella good, but not as good as a pro. No. I mean, you see me play. I've done very accurate kills in that, but not good enough for a professional.
Not even top 3. Wreck? Get good news.
Yeah, that's about it. No real-time strategy, no other like Counter-Strike or anything like that. Definitely not good enough. Not even mine. Because Call of Duty, it becomes such a different game when you're playing against other professionals, you know? Like, sure, I could play solo and wreck, like, go on like a 50 winning streak, but that's nothing compared to playing against actual competent people, you know?
Did you know in the
My Master, thanks for subscribing on YouTube. YouTube Gaming. It's interesting. YouTube Gaming seems like a little bit of a mixed bag, because I was on the PUBG channel for YouTube Gaming, and all the top channels were hackers advertising hacks, you know? And it seemed really unorganized. And it's kind of funny because the head of YouTube Gaming I went to high school with, so I kind of want to message him and be like, dude, get your platform in order. You know, I didn't know him that well in high school, but it's just kind of funny when I see people like game industry people reporting on tweets from the head of YouTube Gaming. I'm like, wait a second, I know that guy. But yeah,
time
YouTube
to come,
Gaming.
buddy, get a job at YouTube Gaming.
Yeah, he was one of the cool kids. I was not one of the cool kids.
Isn't that the worst? Cool
What?
kids with cool jobs.
Yeah. What place am I in? 6? I must be doing something wrong here. Not following the main line, like the optimal racing line on the pathway.
You also keep running into those.
Yeah, I am. I'm not optimizing my boost either. Plus, I've never seen this track before. I have no idea what's coming up. But yeah, esports, probably just World of Warcraft. I was pretty crazy good at that. Yes.
You haven't played that in years, though, right?
Yeah. Started the race without you. Huh. Could be latency, I guess. Weird. So give me some tips, Foxy Hero. What can I do differently? I want to improve and optimize.
Did you know there's only 3 counties in the entirety of the contiguous United States?
There's 3 what?
3 counties in the contiguous United States that are more than 25% Asian.
No, I didn't know that.
Yep, they're all around San Francisco. But all of Hawaii is more than 25% Asian.
Yeah, I know a lot of Hawaiians from my WoW clan or WoW guild.
You know, in Alaska, those are islands that like go towards Russia.
Yeah.
All of those are more than 25%.
Man, I lost a lot of momentum on that jump.
Because there's none in New Jersey or anything.
Yeah, so the drifting, you take the corners hard and you get that extra boost, but how do you guarantee better control that, you know, holding in that angle to get that boost? That's what I'm not sure about.
Here's my recommendation. Watch more prominent streamers and see how they do it.
Yeah. See, I just did the drift right there. I held the turn and got a boost.
Yeah, I just saw it. It was delayed, so.
Yeah. Yeah, like I'm not sure how the drifting has changed since Mario 64. I mean, I assume they would have updated some of the mechanics, changed them around. Couple of meters? What the heck is a meter? A couple meters before the turn, like a couple inches before the turn, or
the equivalent for meters would be yards. Ooh, second, doing better.
Yeah, I got a couple of lucky item drops there.
Wait, hero, that's Foxy, right?
Yes.
So which one's Mine Master?
I don't think my master is in, though he is. I don't know if he's just mobile walking around or not. Is this joinable right now? We're mid. If
you're mid Grand Prix, then probably
yeah.
not.
No problem. I'm a scientist. I know what meters are. Yeah. Though what's the scale in the game? You know, because everyone's proportions are messed up, so I'm not sure how big a meter is. You know, is Mario human sized, or because in Mario Odyssey there are other humans and Mario's like this small little caricature compared to these tall humans. You know, so it's the length of this go-kart a meter and a half, or you know, is everything in a or shifted perspective, you know?
I think he just meant a little bit before. He didn't actually mean actual meters.
Well, I'm trying to.
You're not gonna get any subscribers being an asshole.
I'm not being an asshole. I'm being a lovable goof. But I appreciate your critique, Jay. Your armchair streamer advice channel.
I like to call myself a backseat gamer.
Yeah. I ought to boot you out of my Discord. Banned for life.
You do that and you lose all comedic value of your stream. That's what I'm here for, comedy. Actually, that's basically what me and Will do in Adam's stream.
Yeah, works out pretty well in there.
We're the common, we're comedians. We're basically comedians because we're constantly trashing each other.
Yeah.
Like, Adam will say, don't be toxic, you know, don't do this stuff, but then, like, that's exactly what me and him will do, and he'll laugh when we do it. But he'll freak out when, like, his fans do it. I guess when we do it, it's funny. When they do it, it's toxic.
Yeah. Oh, missed the items. Silly me.
That's why you're not in first.
Yeah.
You're in lowly second.
Third now. Well, I guess there is a delay. I'm about to be in third.
Good streamers to know to talk in delay.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, actually, they don't have to, because usually people watching them aren't on their Discord also.
Yeah. Congratulations. Third. Oh, you got a crown. Good job. Okay. I think I need to go with the light character to match the fast top speed. Then, I'm not sure about the vehicles.
Oh, Foxy gave you a tip.
Right, the starting light boost. That I know from Mario 64. However, I'm really bad at it. So, are the bikes faster? I wish there was a stat thing on here. Oh, there are stats. Yeah, this is exactly what I need. I just want.
Where are the stats?
I just add. There's an option button, so I just want to prioritize high top speed. Let everything else fall into place here.
I always I feel like. Would you say my voice is deep? Or no?
Not particularly.
Because to me, it sounds way deeper than when I hear it.
That's because the bass vibrates through your jaw into your ear, you know? The deeper tones.
Like, not when I hear myself, when I hear recording of myself.
What do you mean?
Like, when I hear my voice through your stream,
yeah,
it sounds deeper than when I just hear it through myself.
Yeah. Guess we'll play another one. I'll just select random. Said I don't really know any of these maps. Just having fun checking them out, you know? Enjoying Nintendo's design prowess.
Are people though really freaking out about the $20 a year or whatever?
I haven't heard anything really about it because they're supposed to be adding a lot more features to it, so we'll have to see what the full price is going to get you. Yeah, missed that entry boost.
Did your dad discuss your finances with you?
Yeah, a little. Like just overall money stuff or stock stuff?
I don't know. Yeah, like what he's doing with his money.
I actually know, I think, more about just general finances than he does, you know. 'Cause he never had to worry too much about that because he has retirement pension and stuff, you know, so he didn't have to invest or do stuff.
My dad just got good advice 20 years ago and was told to put a certain amount of money away. And he never put more, he just left it.
This is a very small course.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
just
around
getting,
right?
yeah, I'm just getting hit by stuff left and right.
Good mood.
7th.
8th.
Random.
I thought 8th was last, but I guess there's like 16 players. How's your brother? What's he up to?
Still living at home. He's moving out this coming summer.
Why?
He got a job like just far enough away, an hour away.
Your parents have any problem with him living at home, or?
Not really, no. Classic Asian style.
Yep.
So I'm checking my Streamlabs, and I have it linked with YouTube, but I don't know why your follow did not pop a alert and a notification. I'll have to check my stream settings because I'm such an amateur. I know it works on Mixer and on Twitch, but for some reason maybe the YouTube integration is not fully up, because it should have a pop-up notification across the screen that you followed. Now I got hit by something. Damn, lost my momentum again.
When you hit those blue things that spin you around, is that good or bad?
I think it's good. It seems to give me some extra speed. Third. Random. That show up? Yeah, I played the alert again. Now it showed up. Yeah. Sure. Did that not show up earlier? That was weird. Oh. I was messing with my Twitch settings, or my stream settings, that's why I didn't accelerate. Damn it. How about the piranha plants? Damn Goombas. I am not doing too good here. Eighth place. .21 points. Overall, I'm pretty low on the leaderboards. Alright, let's focus here. Yeah, boost power.
And this Hero Kid's good. He's getting burst every time, isn't he?
Yeah. All right, now I'm getting the drifting a little better. I'm seeing it now. aside from that oil puddle.
Kid is so far ahead.
Yeah. See that. He's doing really well. Spam some mushrooms. Now let's go for a drift.
You're basically spoiling the game for me. He's about to lap someone.
Second. I did a little better there. Start to see some better drifting ability.
Is it advised to cut the track?
What's that?
Like how you're cutting the track in points?
When I have boosts, otherwise I think you lose way too much speed. So I was boosting.
Okay. Yeah, through. Makes sense. Makes sense.
All right, we're back to lobby. Is Mindmaster going to join? Oh my gosh, it is 1 a.m. I still have to work tomorrow.
Probably should go to bed.
Yeah. So usually I end my stream with 0 viewers. It's really tough for me to end the stream with actual.
Sounds to me like you should play until these kids leave.
Play forever. Play until 0 viewers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Though if the one gentleman's from Australia, I might be up for 24 hours.
You can count 10 and 100 as 0 also.
Yeah. Alright, yeah, I think that's going to be my last race. Yeah, I've owned the Switch for a while. First time playing Mario today, so it seemed like a very successful stream. I'm usually playing other random games with like 10 total viewers in that entire genre. So, probably should stop doing that. But yeah, my goal is to stream. I have almost been streaming probably like 6 days a week. Start around 8 to 9 EST for like 2 or 3 hours. Try stream at random times during the day, during the weekends. But yeah, thanks for stopping by, everyone. I appreciate the games, and we will see you next time.